Yup, this is live. Should be. So yup, the beach scene. Stopped about halfway through. And now I'm gonna continue the beach scene. What I was waiting for a while now. The principal's officially our chaperone, and I guess it's understandable that she can't romp around with her students. But we came all the way out to this nice beach, right? I don't think anyone would complain if she floated around a bit, but when I looked back, the principal's sitting under the beach parasol with one arm wrapped around her knees, fluttering a hand to urge me away. With a small shrug, I turned my back on her and head for the sea. Is it okay to just leave the principal alone? Not a problem, I'll give her a nice pat on the ass later. More importantly, did you need me for something? I think she'd appreciate that even less, by the way. Alright, hey Yuji, can you swim? Well enough. Yuji's this highly professionally trained agent. So, well, I'm assuming he's this agent if Root of the Literature Club was anything to just imagine from. Because I played a Doki Doki mod that was heavily based off of this visual novel. That's more or less how I found this in the first place for Grisaia. Kinda hard to say exactly. Let's see, I'm good enough to earn a C-card diving qualification, I guess. When I was in America, I picked up a good number of diving credentials. Even after returning to Japan, I did a bit of rowboat training with a group of combat engineers. I'm nowhere near the level of the specialized divers in the Special Ops branch. But for more typical purposes, there shouldn't be any problem with my ability to handle myself in the water. It's been a while since I last swam in the ocean, but I don't anticipate any difficulties. In that case, could you maybe teach Makana how to swim? Wait, she doesn't know? My lessons tend to be pretty severe, you know. How about you teach her instead, Amane? Well, I would if I could, you know. You can't swim either? No, that's not really the problem. It's more that if I do start giving her a swimming lesson, the swimsuit would probably fall off, or maybe just fall out of it, if you know what I mean. For future reference, a swimsuit should generally be something you're actually capable of swimming in. Oh, that is such a good point. I've got the same problem, you know. If I'm careless, my boobies will pop right out of this sucker. Yes, because the cloth barely has anything to catch on. The same problem, my ass. You know, no shame, shrimp. How rude. And after I put in the effort to push the flap from armpits in here. Can you explain to me how I'm supposed to teach the girl anything when her swimsuit's going to fall off after a few strokes? Look, you don't need to run drills or anything. Just help her get the general idea. Right here to have fun, right? No need to take this too seriously. Such carelessness has led many to a watery grave. Okay, look, I'm not going to say that ultra-serious approach of yours is a bad thing, but how about you try relaxing every once in a while? Just have a good time without thinking about anything else. Easier said than done. Oh, hey! I got my swim tube for the time being. Let's head a little further away from shore. Once we're out there, I'll let you cop a feel, okay? And why would I do that? You can feel up mine, too. Feel up what? Here, give it a try. Hey, you're pushy, woman. Mine may be small, but the nipples point to the sky. They're nice and perky. Mine are not only huge, they're pretty dang erotic. And so, your decision, please? The one on the right. If I had to choose. I'm not going to decide anything. Or that. So you're saying you want both? Jeez, you're so greedy, Oni-chan. Perv. See what you want. Well, you offered. Michiru's still in shock from that driving experience with Amane, I see. I'll enjoy myself playing with sand if I can't make it to the sea. Michiru still looks like she's literally half dead. Is this really alright with you? What are you talking about? While you're fooling around with that sand, Kasami-san is being lured out to sea in pursuit of breasts. Right now. I can't even stand, let alone walk. What do you think I can do about it? If you simply request my help, I would immediately assist you. Whatever, it's not like I can beat Amane in the tits department anyway. I understand. It appears your mind is made up, Michiru-sama. In that case, please allow me to join you in playing with sand. Saki? You're being kind to me? To a worthless human being? Inferior to even the lowliest sea turtle? You are truly a saint! Never mind me. More importantly, let's devote ourselves to constructing a life-size Prague castle worked entirely in sand. Wait, life-size? Prague Castle is a historic structure located in the modern-day Czech Republic. With a length of approximately 570 meters, an average width of 130 meters, it's listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest ancient castle in the world. And you want to make it out of sand, life-sized? I don't anticipate any difficulties. I remember the exterior appearance of the castle perfectly. I do. Come, Michiru-sama, let's begin by recreating Harakuni Hill, the foundation on which the castle was constructed. Look, please, I'm begging you. Let's make something a little bit simpler, okay? We're a pretty good way from the shore now. Want to get started? Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's begin the swimming lesson. Oh, that? What's that supposed to mean? It is what we're out here for, right? Oh, yeah. Sure. Okay, Makina, tell me, can you put your face underwater? Yeah, I dunk my head under the bath every night, you know? Amani, hold my swing ring for a sec. Sure, but what are you going to do? Behold, ultimate attack. Turtle float. Turtle float? What's that? What, you don't know it? You learned that float in elementary school swimming class. Huh? Really? Didn't do anything like that where I grew up. Alright then, can you pull off a jellyfish float? A jellyfish this time? Where the turtle float involves pulling your knees to your chest, the jellyfish float has you dangling your limbs loosely down, like the corpse of an Indian soldier carried along the Agachi River. I guess I understand, but couldn't you have gone with a less gruesome analogy? Alright, Makina, try to feel the bitter regrets and stubborn pride of a freedom fighter, gunned down by the colonialists before your dream of an independent nation could be realized. Yes, good. I have no idea what's good about any of this. Is this fun for you people? Okay, next up we'll do a dead man's float. Tuck your chin toward your chest, extend your limbs straight out, and keep yourself horizontal. Consciously keep yourself slim and stream like you become a submarine. Oh, looking pretty good. However, your butt's floating up a bit. Main tank, short blow. Short blow! Take her down 16. Up periscope. Depth 16, up periscope! You're supposed to be teaching her how to swim, right? Yes, what about it? Look at that, she's maintaining a beautiful horizontal. If you can float this well, it's just as good as swimming. Really? You seem dubious, Amane, but can you do the same? I kind of get the feeling you wouldn't be able to keep up this level of float. What with those oversized ballast tanks? Ballast? What? He's talking about your boobies. They float in the bath like a pear of grapefruit, you know? I bet you're totally unbalanced. Well, I can't deny it. When I stretch out in the water, my legs always sink below my upper body. Speaking of which, Amani, you've been swimming breaststroke and keeping your face up the whole time. Don't tell me you're one of those people who can't go underwater. What's the big deal? I can swim just fine even if I don't put my head underwater. Guess no big deal in your case. You won't sink with all that blubber. Excuse me? Blubber? Watch your mouth. Meanwhile, I'm lonely. Hey, Sakaki-san, you've been reading the whole time. Aren't you going into the water? I don't plan to do so on my own initiative. Why? Are you waiting for someone to invite you? Not particularly. Even if they did, I think I'd probably come up with some excuse to refuse. We came all the way out to the beach. Excuse my saying so, but you're not swimming either, are you? I can't swim, and at my age I hardly go practice my flutter kick with the Irisu-san now, can I? In other words, you aren't going into the water because of a technical obstacle? I suppose you could put it that way. Well, I don't want to go in the water because of a psychological obstacle. Psychological? Do you have unpleasant memories involving the sea? Embarrassing it is to prove myself a typical sheltered rich girl. I can't help but find the idea of swimming in the sea decidedly unsanitary. I kind of understand what you mean. But in that case, why didn't you veto this trip to the beach when the topic first came up? an attempt to be a little considerate toward my classmates, I suppose. It might be surprising to hear, but I consciously try not to come off as a spoiled little princess. Opposing the idea by herself and upsetting the group would have been unpleasant, and once it was decided, being left out also seemed an unattractive prospect. Something along those lines? Perhaps. It seems comical to you? Not at all. It's just, when I look at you right now, it kind of feels like I'm seeing myself at your age. It brings back some embarrassing memories. I'm aware that I'm acting childishly. Try not to laugh in my face if you'd be so kind. I'm not laughing at you, am I? Let's see. Why don't I teach you some secret words of power? Words of power? Quite potent indeed. A friend taught me these when I was still a student, but I never ended up being able to make use of them. Convinced these words you've never even spoken possess a secret power? How about you try them out in my stead? I played till I couldn't play no more. My tummy's rumbling from frolicking. When's dinner? Soon, right? Mane-san is currently taking her truck to buy us meat and vegetables, so be patient just a little longer, okay? We're having a barbecue for dinner, right? Are you really okay by yourselves? Yes, please leave everything to us. Hold on a second. Our barbecue's all well and good, but what about the rice? I'm not going to be satisfied unless I get my carbs with dinner. I've burned a lot of stamina today. That's not a problem either as we speak, because Ame-san is cooking our rice using his mess kit. Okay, that's fine, but is he any good at cooking rice? He's pretty dang handy with that thing, you know? Really? Is there something I can help you with? Oh, Sakaki? I'm fine, nothing to worry about here. I'm used to cooking rice outdoors. You've only got one pot there. It's rounded like the elliptical military model, so it can cook a full meal for 5. Even split between the 7 of us, it'll be around 235 grams each. A typical bowl of rice is maybe 150, so there should be more than enough. I suppose so. What is it? Still need me for something? Nothing in particular. Should I leave? Am I in your way? You're not in my way, but this isn't exactly interesting to watch, you know. Yes, I'm aware. You're a strange one. It seems you can do anything, can't you? Well, pretty much anyone can handle cooking rice in a simple aluminum mess kit. From what I saw, you seem to be a fairly skilled swimmer as well. As much as the next guy, I guess. It's probably because I've spent so much time in harsh circumstances where the ability to cook rice and swim competently are simply prerequisites for survival. But neither of these strikes me as anything worth boasting about. Now that I think about it, it's been a while since the last time I swam in the sea for fun. Really? You seem like the outdoors type, so that's what's somewhat surprising. Do you prefer hiking in the mountains? No, it's more that I've spent time in the sea for work, but it's been longer since I took a swim for pleasure. Let's see, I guess the last time was a summer camp back when I was in middle school? Your middle school was in the United States, wasn't it? Yeah, but either way, it's probably a little different from the sort of camp you're imagining, Sakaki. In what way? That's a little hard to explain, but... So at the end of my 6-month first term at that school, there was an exam to determine whether we'd be promoted from reserve student candidate to reserve student. One day our instructor gets the group together and says, in 1 week you'll be taking a cruise to a southern island for a week of relaxing fun in the sun. A cruise might sound nice, but we were getting crammed into a ship carrying a bunch of reserve candidates from another branch. The boat was taking them out for naval training, and dropping us off pretty much as an afterthought. So anyway, on the way to our destination, we stopped by a port to resupply our fuel. It happened to be a Navy base, so a bunch of students like us weren't allowed off the ship. They kept us waiting for hours at the mouth of the harbor. We arrived at the port in the morning, but we were still sitting there late in the afternoon. It was just about this time of day, actually. So the sun starts to go down, and we're still standing in the mouth of the harbor with our anchor dropped. No idea how long they plan to keep us waiting. Might be here all night, you know. So we started preparing dinner. But of course, we're talking about making food for 100 people all at once. When the ship's sailing, the ventilation's fine, but when you're sitting there anchored, that's not the case. The warm air from the cooking made the interior of the ship unbearably hot in no time at all. Our entire cruise group, along with all the naval guys who weren't on duty, came out on deck in a desperate attempt to get a little cool. But this was a southern island right near the equator, so it was hardly any improvement. At that point, our squad leader pressed the instructors for permission to swim and managed to get the okay. So everyone jumped in the sea from the deck and played around for a while. That's the last time you played in the sea? Guess so. But you went to a camp after that, right? Didn't you swim there? Didn't really have the time to play around at that camp. They dropped us off at some uninhabited anonymous island surrounded by rocks. There wasn't a decent bit of level ground on the entire barren island, let alone a sandy beach. They loaded us on a launch with our personal equipment and some chickens, and dropped us off there for our fun in the sun. Chickens? Live ones as rations. The place didn't have much in the way of water, let alone food, so they released 20 birds. Told us to do what we wanted with them. Capture them, make them lay eggs, snap their necks and eat them raw, whatever. That seems like a fairly severe summer camp for a middle schooler. You think? People did give up and fail the test, but it was pretty rare for anyone to die, so our instructors always said it was practically vacation. At the very least, that sort of survival test would be absolutely beyond me. Yeah, you don't seem like you'd be particularly good at that sort of thing. Quite right. I'm confident I would throw in the towel within hours. Now that I think about it, maybe I should apologize for making you tag along on our little outdoor expedition today. Don't worry about it. You ended up not going into the water, though. Looked like you were reading the whole time. Kinda wasted your time, didn't we? I think spending a little time in a different environment has value, regardless of what you do there. Look, if I really found the idea that unpleasant, I wouldn't have come here in the first place. That's the sort of person I am. True enough. But the truth is, if you weren't on this trip, I probably wouldn't be here either. So it's my fault after all. Sorry, Sakaki. No, that's not what I... Hey, Yuji! I've got the meat and veggies! Where's the rice? Still working on it? Yeah, it'll be cooked soon. Okay, great! When you're done over there, can you come help us get the fire started for the barbecue? Fine, I'll be over in a minute. So, what were we talking about again? Forget it. Nothing important. If you say so. You call that secret power? What are you talking about? I believe I may have roughly come to understand why Principal Tachibana is still single, that's all. Where's this coming from? Never mind me. I've come to believe that the desire to talk in cryptic circles may be a defining characteristic of the female gender. It seems Sakaki is no exception to the general rule. By the time we finished off our barbecue dinner, the day's beginning to grow dark in earnest. All of a sudden, Amane snaps her fingers, trots out to her mini-truck, and opens the passenger door. Hey guys, want to set up some fireworks? Fireworks? Yeah, when I went shopping earlier, I picked up a bunch just for the heck of it. Almost forgot about them. Yeah, I'd be fine with fireworks, certainly. Hey Amane, where are the rockets? You did get rockets, right? Those things make a ton of noise, and it's a real pain to collect up the garbage, so no dice. What? It's not fireworks if you don't have any rockets. You didn't get any? You said the exact same thing last summer, you know. Got a whole bunch of these things, set them off at once, and nearly killed yourself. After I told you it was dangerous, of course. Remember that? No? Last year is last year. If you think I'm the same person I was back then, you're badly mistaken. I have no idea what about you is supposed to be any different, but either way, it's not happening this year. You'll just have to settle for a nice non-lethal dragon. What the heck? Hey, come on. Yuji, you're a guy, so you know what I'm talking about here, right? Rockets are fireworks. It doesn't even count if they don't explode. Back me up here. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of explosions. I'd rather stick to safe fireworks. Psychological trauma might be overstating things, but when there's a sudden barrage of harsh cracks and pops nearby, I can hear the screams of ghosts. Burned into my ears a long time ago. When someone sets off a flashy skyrocket in the dark night sky, it's hard to resist the instinctive urge to throw myself flat to the ground and crawl for cover. Unlike the distinct sugary sweet smell of Semtex and HMX, the odor of fireworks is reminiscent of gunpowder, so every time I catch a whiff, memories of the muddy jungle flood back into my head, and I recall the taste of blood like scorched iron on my tongue. Can't help but slightly furrow my brow. Come to think of it, you're strangely quiet, Makina. I think this sort of thing would be right up your alley. I'm kinda interested, but I'd never really played with fireworks before. It's a little scary, you know? Don't worry. Ones you hold in your hand are perfectly safe. Want to give it a try? Okay. The skyrockets Sachi ended up repairing faintly color the night sky after one another, burning light after image into our retinas. This time the sharp aroma of hydrogen sulfide that reaches my nose doesn't seem as bad as all that. Probably because of the smiles and laughter of my classmates as they watched the sky at my side. I wish this could last forever. Will that childish hope vanish as quickly as the blaze of a firework in the night? Even then, I don't think I'll ever forget this moment. I don't think that I'll ever forget there was a time in my life when everything was peaceful and warm. And as long as I have that memory, I think I'll be able to go on living. I've completed cleaning up the remains of the fireworks. Nice job, as always. Well then, we're done with the fireworks. Let's head back, to our school. Yes, I think it's about time we return to our everyday lives. That's fine, but I am not riding with Amane on the way back too, got it? You don't need to be so blunt about it. I'm a little hurt. We'll be going uphill on the way back, so I'll drive nice and calm. Want me to ride with you? I like that idea. Shall we drive off somewhere, just the two of us? Don't even think about it! Look, Makina just fell asleep, right? Take her with you and head straight back. Oh, come on, it was just a joke. You don't need to get all hopping mad about it. The problem is, Suo-san, when you say that, it really doesn't sound like a joke. What? Did my own principal just call me a slut? I was driven to this place by a vague impatience, the desire for something, but even now, I haven't pinned down exactly what I'm looking for. Not knowing what I want, it's impossible to find a clear path forward. But in that brief moment on the beach, as transitory as the glow of the sparklers in our hands, I forgot all about that. I forgot to be anxious, frustrated. I forgot that I'm stumbling in fog. And on the return trip, the cool wind quietly blowing through the lowered car window feels strangely refreshing. The soothing touch of the air on my sunburned face feels almost like a caress. For some reason that I can't express in words, it makes me feel like it's too early to give up hope. And back to school. So I've been informed there are about 1 or 2 more scenes left to go, and then I'm going to be just getting off of the main route. So I might get off the main route this stream, perhaps. This might sound odd coming from someone who's still pretty much a kid in mind as well as body, but it seems young people these days don't wear wristwatches. That's not to say they don't feel the need to check the time, they simply use their cell phones instead. Even the cheapest mobile phone has a digital clock built in, so I guess they don't see any reason to bother carrying around a separate tool for the specific purpose of telling time. Of course, like a good modern youngster, I get myself constantly carrying around a personal cell phone. The difference is that I almost never use mine. I don't really see the appeal of racking up a huge phone bill by firing off pointless texts or killing time with aimless gossip. To be honest, I tend to view phones in general as a means to receive calls, rather than make them. Cell phones allow us to talk whenever we want, and that's an undeniable convenience. But on the other hand, they create the expectation that you'll answer the phone at any time. The way I look at it, that's about as inconvenient as it gets. From the inside of my school bag, currently hanging next to my desk, I hear the muffled sound of an unpleasant electronic jingle. The bag wiggles slightly as something vibrates inside. My cell phone's ringing. The only person who knows my cell phone number is JB. Judging from the way the phone stops ringing at once, this was probably an email. And as a rule, JB contacts me through actual calls. I don't think she sent me a single email to date. More spam? Odds are it's junk mail. Still, I can't just ignore it. There's a non-zero possibility that JB is using email to contact me under circumstances where talking would be impractical or dangerous. When I open my bag and take a look inside, the LED alert is flashing on my private cell phone. Not the one I use for work. Just to be on the safe side, I slide the phone open and take a look at the email. Subject. It's Kyoko. And who the hell is Kyoko supposed to be? The mail's from the Leisure Club and asks for its contents. It seems a bored and lonely housewife by the name of Kyoko is willing to give me pocket money if I keep her company. The very model of a spam email. This sort of offer is about as credible as Hanoi Hana's "Throw away your gun, GI, and our benevolent Uncle Ho will give you a paddy field and your very own water buffalo." If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Best to remember that unless you want to get taken for a ride, forget a free lunch. These days, no one's going to give you air if they can charge you for it. I'm slightly irritated at myself for even reading this worthless crap. The way the sort of trivial annoyance tends to pop up several times a day is one of the major reasons I particularly don't like cell phones. Ah, bad boy, Yuji. When you're in school, you gotta keep your phone in silent mode. They're going to get angry if it starts ringing in the middle of class, you know? Ah, yeah. Wait, hold on. You have a cell phone? Hey now, I'm a modern youth of my own right, you know. Of course I got a cell phone. Oh, okay then. Want to exchange email addresses? Why? What do you mean, why? We got cell phones, so it's only natural to exchange email addresses. It's like the way white-collar businessmen swap their cards. Everyone does it. That a fact? Oh, what you guys up to? Just trying to convince Yuji to swap addresses. Oni-chan, you have a cell phone? Is it really that surprising? To be honest, you came off as kinda old-fashioned, Yuji. Maybe crotchety would be a better word. I pretty much expected you to be completely out of touch with this sort of youth culture, you know? Yeah, what she said. Kinda feels like you start waving your walking stick around if we brought this stuff up. Relying on machines is for the weak. Get off my lawn or something, you know? Just what do you people think I am? Makina stares at the cell phone in my hand with eyes full of wonder. It's the expression of someone who's found a caveman holding a cheap cigarette lighter. Why am I getting the idea these people just might be calling me Cro-Magnon Kazami behind my back? Anyway, this is kind of a special occasion. Let's trade numbers and emails, okay? I have no clue what's special about this occasion, but revealing my confusion now would probably only encourage their Cro-Magnon theory. This is a cell phone for my private use, so I suppose there's no reason I can't give out the number and email address. What was it again? What, you don't even remember your own cell phone number? It's not like you tend to call your own cell phone, right? What's so strange about not knowing it off the top of my head? Do you not have any friends, or what? A certain quack doctor once said, it's better to not make friends with patients. Because most of them will be dead soon, or something? Okay, so how do I make this thing display my own number anyway? It's not like you need to hunt around for that. Why not just send it over using infrared? The heck is that? You know, infrared rays, so you can use them to send another cell phone your number and email address and stuff. All your personal info. Didn't even know it could do that. Let me see for a sec. I'll do it for ya. Very well. I deposit my cell phone in Makina's outstretched hand. Oh, what's this cell phone caveman doing with the top of the line model that only came out 4 months ago? You got some nerve, kid. Mind your own business. It's not like I picked the thing out. I've just been carrying around the one JB gave to me. Okay, ready to transmit. Amani, set yours to receive. How do we do this again? What's the name of this scene, I wonder? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Well, I have done it before, really. It just sort of slipped my mind. Looks like I'm not the only cell phone Neanderthal around here. Please, give me yours too, Amani. I'll do it for you. Sorry. Makina takes the cell phone from Amani's hand, points the infrared port toward my phone, and transfers the data. Okay, we're good! What? Something wrong? The number and address are the only things that transfer over. Oni-chan, haven't you registered your name and profile on this thing? Don't know. I don't remember messing around with any settings since I got the thing, so probably not. You serious? Come on. Is it a pain in the butt for the other guy if you just send over a number? At least put in your own name for crying out loud. Har har. Cell phone caveman. I don't think you're on the one to talk. Okay, how's about I put it in for ya? Guess I don't mind. Okay. Kazami Yuji. There. What's your birthday and blood type? What? Why would you put stuff like that in there? Well, it's possible to send all that info over infrared. It's sort of like an electronic business card, you know? You can send over a picture of your face too if you want. The name should be enough. You think? Well, okay, now that's taken care of. Let's send it over to my phone too. There. Nice. Transmission complete. I'll send my number to your phone too, Oni-chan. Infrared data transfer, huh? The world's become a convenient place lately. That sort of comment is exactly why you're known as the cell phone caveman, you know? Hey Makina, while you're at it, send my number to Yuji's phone as well. Aye aye. Okay, perfect! Which would mean it's my turn now, yes? And where'd you come from? Seems Sachi was observing our conversation. She's tightly grasping her own cell phone. By all means, let's exchange data. Kogals? I really don't think one hears much about that subculture these days. Could my understanding of Kogal, as referring to that 90s fashion with the loose socks and dark makeup, be mistaken? Do you have some objection? You too, eh? To be honest, I really don't want to spread my email address around too much. A constant barrage of messages would be a serious nuisance, but... You'll give your contact information to Amane and Maki-chan, but not to me? I don't understand. Am I perhaps being bullied? No. If you have some other reason to deny this information to me alone, please give it to me straight. Should my failings be within my power to correct, I assure you that I will do so. If the color of my eyes offends you, I shall pluck out my eyes. If the shade of my skin irritates you, I shall flame myself from head to toe. Now then, please be brutally honest. I must know, in what respect do you find me lacking? You're seriously scaring me right now. I'll give you my number, so just stop. What? No, I now feels I've been dragged out of you by force. Oh man, I really want Sachi to know my number, and my email address for that matter. I want to tell her so bad it's driving me mad. Please, Sachi, allow me to give them to you. By all means. My goodness. Kazami-san, you really are quite the tsundere, it would seem. You were purposely flustering me for your own pleasure, yes? Is that sort of sadistic roleplay to your liking? Hey, Amane. Tell me, can I flip out at this point? Why are you asking me? Well, whatever. Go ahead and shoot infra rays around, I don't care. Okay. Here it comes, Sachin. I'm shooting everything I got. Where do you want it? If possible, on my face. Amane, tell me, can I hit these people? Why do you keep asking me these things? And just as my patience meter is falling into the red zone, there's a flash of vivid gold in the corner of my eye. Hey, hold it, Bottle Blonde. What? What are you doing? Don't tell me you want to know my number, too. What are you talking about? Are you an idiot or what? Why do I want to know your phone number? What a completely ridiculous suggestion. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. For one thing, there happens to be a cell phone in her hand. For another, she started sneaking up on us all stealthy like... What's more, it would appear the phone is currently set to receive data. We were perhaps hoping to intercept errant infrared rays from the side? Shut up already! Don't go stealing a look at my cell phone screen without permission! Says the girl who's trying to steal someone's phone number without permission. What's the big frigging deal? There's a simple reason for this, for your information. When I kidnap your daughter, I'm going to call you to demand the ransom. That's the only reason I even wanted it. I've met quite a few villains in my life, but this bully kidnapper is a definite first. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't have a daughter. If you want to know Yuji's number, why not just ask him for it? Shut up, you! I don't even want to know this guy's number. Hurry up and give it to me! Which is it? Which is it? In the end, Michiru thrusts her cell phone toward me in a virtual panic, so I transfer over my number. Not really a problem, since I don't think she's likely to use it. Anyway, but at this point, the majority of the class has my contact information. The only one left would be Yumiko. Hey there, Sakaki. Do you need something? You've got a cell phone too, I assume? Here, record my number. I don't think that would be necessary. Alright then, give me yours. That seems even less necessary. Very necessary. When I kidnap your daughter, I need to be able to get in touch so I can demand the ransom. Fork it over. Just to let you know, I don't have a daughter. Is there some reason you don't want to give me your contact information? Not really. But I don't have a reason to give it to you either. I want to know. Does that not qualify? Sakaki closes her book with a resigned expression and gets up from her seat. I'd appreciate it if you could refrain from sending me pointless messages. As she speaks, Sakaki takes out a cell phone from the pocket of her uniform and holds it out toward me indifferently. What, you're giving me your number after all? You do want it, yes? As I said, there's no particular reason I need to keep it secret. Could we just get this over with? Yeah. Sorry. Hey, you, I need my cell phone back. Give the damn phone back already. I need to register Sakaki's number. Huh? Sakaki-san's? Really? Yes, really. What's the big deal? I mean, Sakaki's not even given us her number yet. Why are you the only one? Probably because she finds you annoying? Huh? What? Really? Did Sakaki-san really say that? Hold on. I didn't say anything like that. Well, you do kind of seem like the type to send people completely worthless messages, Amane. You know, I'm on the toilet now. Just doesn't want to come out, though. Boo-hoo. With a crying emoticon at the end. The hell I would! What's up? We discussing shit? In the middle of her sentence, Makona's sandals squeak loudly. No, we are not! Don't even think about it! I will not send a message like that. Speaking of shit, has everyone heard? I don't feel like it's all that necessary to bleep it out. We know what you're saying. Just spit it out already. It's shit. We're talking about excrement that comes out the human ass. Like, we know what you're talking about. No need to put a little asterisk in front of the I. We're talking about shit. Doesn't get any more straightforward than that. The way those sandals keep squeaking strikes me as a little unnatural. But nobody else seems to pay it any mind. Absolutely no shit anecdotes! You people, I swear, can you stop shouting shit at the top of your lungs? How old are you, 6? You're shouting at yourself! Okay, do not make a game out of this. Sorry, this is my fault. Everyone please stop talking about Amane's shit. Don't bow your damn head! Stop acting like you're covering for my mistake! Really though, maybe Makina needs a new pair? Those things are really noisy today. Okay, let's all calm down, yeah? What were we talking about again? Well, what was it? Right. Sakaki-san's giving Yushi your cell phone number. I was just a bit surprised. Yumiko willingly gave out her cell phone number? What's gotten into her? I'm thunderstruck. Michiru-sama, thunderstruck is the word you were looking for. I knew that! I did it on purpose! I was testing you! Yes, I'm sure you were. Ah! Don't give me that look! You really piss me off sometimes! But it's certainly true that Sakaki-san giving out her phone number is quite the rare occurrence. I myself was turned down in the attempt. It's nothing like I really meant anything by it. It's just something I like to keep private. And yet, it seems that you're giving it to Kazami-san, correct? It's not like there's any deeper significance to that. As Sakaki stumbles over her words, Makina sidles up to her, then slaps a hand down on her shoulder with a light thump. You aiming for Oni-chan? Well, I can't blame you. He's a cool guy, you know? Just for your information, I really do not enjoy this aspect of your personality. That a fact? Anywho, this is a special occasion, so let's all take down Yumi-chan's number too. Yeah. It is a special occasion, after all. Well, it's not like I'm interested or anything, but I guess it can't hurt. Indeed. Ah, hey! My cell phone! Sakaki reaches out desperately, but it's already too late. Her brutish classmates have abducted her phone and proceed to take turns bombarding it with their infrared rays. Why are you glaring at me? What do you intend to do about this? What do you want from me? We're the playthings of the moment. No point trying to resist. Give it up. I suppose I have no one but myself to blame for this nonsense. I was stupid to play along. Don't be mad. For the record, I meant what I said. I really didn't want to know your number. Do you have to put it that way? You're not playing fair. Show me a man who plays fair, and I'll show you a very talented cheater. Okay, all done. We've all got your number now, so you can take back this dull black turn-off of a cell phone. I'm so sorry you don't find my phone sexy. Give it back already. Yeah, sorry about that. By the way, we put the numbers and email addresses into your phone while you were at it. Feel free to message any time, okay? No one asked you for them. Ah, hey! Sakaki grabs her phone from Mane's hand and quickly turns her back to us, then stalks off to her seat. I guess it might have been a little bit too pushy, huh? Being a little pushy every once in a while isn't a bad thing. I don't think Sakaki's as angry as she's letting on, to be honest. I hope you're right. Well, guess I might as well try sending her an email sometime. You do that. Yushi, give me a message anytime, okay? If the mood strikes me. The contact section, previously completely empty, now contains all my classmates' numbers and email addresses. After all that fuss, I got the complete set, but I wonder if I'll ever actually have the chance to send an email to one of them. In the first place, I've never really messaged people before. Of course, I've communicated using email programs on a PC, but up until now, I've never bothered to send one from my cell phone. Since you're using a keypad instead of a full-size keyboard, it's a time-consuming nuisance to enter the right characters. And more importantly, I've just never had any reason to do so. Until now, I guess. And so, I sink a little deeper into the morass of the modern world. As I mumble to myself, cell phone still in hand, a fuzzy-headed little creature pops up before my eyes. You sure are popular, Oni-chan. What are you talking about? Everyone was trying to get your cell phone number, you know? Yeah, but the real goal was clearly to amuse themselves at my expense. Even Yumi-chan? In her case, I was the one looking to amuse myself. If you tease Yumi-chan too much, she might just explode, you know? Oh, that sounds interesting. If she's got enough power, I might be able to sell her to NATO as an anti-personal weapon. What kind of an explosive unit are we talking about here? Megatons! Tunguska class, for sure! This is getting better by the second. She'll replace the tactical nuke as the endgame weapon of choice. Hell, just let people know that you've got a Sakaki and foreign nations will watch their step. Right. What's the matter? You seem a little down. Feeling tired after that ruckus? Nuh-uh, I'm fine. It's nothing. Oh, hey. Machina? What was that about? Machina acting somewhat strange, and even at the time, I had the general idea it had something to do with me. Her expression was almost like that of a young girl. The older sister watching in pouty irritation as her father was monopolized with the youngest child. As if she wanted to draw my attention but couldn't figure out how. I had an older sister myself and remember pulling something similar with my mother once or twice, and I sort of understand that type of jealousy. But in Machina's case, I wasn't convinced that was the heart of the matter. At this point, I didn't have any answers, just an open question. Don't tell me she was sulking for a childish reason like that, but several days later, that suspicion would be proven correct in a completely unexpected way. Trip to the supermarket. Contents of the plastic supermarket bag dangling from my hand. 6 cans of vegetables and beans, a head of lettuce, a box of corn cereal, a carton of milk, and a bottle of oolong tea. If Amane happened to see this assortment of groceries, she'd probably get on my case about my tragically bland diet. Not that I can really argue with that description. The thing is, though, my appetite is borderline defective. I almost never get the urge to eat anything in particular. Since I don't have much in the way of preference, my simplistic food choices are only natural. It's not really something I can change about myself. There were stretches of my life where my diet consisted of entirely of hard old bread so crusty I had to soak it in water before I could sink my teeth into it. Compared to that, anything seems delicious. More spam was my first thought, but after my classmates seized my email address a few days ago, I've been getting messages from them relatively frequently. The most frequent sender would be Amane. Her messages are most often, "Where are you at the moment?" type inquiries about my files. Oh, about my situation. Oh, to our site? Neat. I'm gonna quickly check it out, perhaps. So what are the PHP files' names, I wonder? Checking to see if I can find them. Looks like I did find one of them. I definitely have to go look that, maybe after the stream if I'm not too tired. Followed by "What do you want to eat tonight?" style survey, questions about the dinner menu, which tend to leave me racking my brains for an answer. And finally, limited time sale, 4 PM today. Buy a pack of large eggs from Shoei, and other requests to run errands for her. Mixed in with Amane's frequent messages, I've also gotten mail from Sachi. Things like, "I have discovered a beehive hanging under the roof of the PE warehouse. I'm sending this message in the hope you might be able to assist in the extermination." That one's a pretty typical example. They tend to be polite invitations to join in unified peacekeeping operations around the school. Well, since those messages are, at least, approaching meaningful communication, they're not comparatively bad. After all, there was that one email from Michiru that arrived in the middle of the night. After opening that particular message, I stared at the screen blankly for a good 3 seconds before finally cocking my head to the side in a rare gesture of complete confusion. It's a visual novel with girls you can go on their routes, so yeah, in a way. The mail's contents. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, die, 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 hate, 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 hate. A simple litany of angry words. And although I tried to remember whether I'd done anything to offend Michiru lately, no satisfactory explanation presented itself. Which isn't to say nothing came to mind, of course. So, Michiru just doing Michiru things. I love it already. If anything, so many things occurred to me that it was hard to pin down any one particular incident that might have inspired her wrath. But when I met Michiru the next morning and brought it up, apparently while in bed that night, some stupid little mistake she made a long time ago popped into her head. Unable to sleep from irritation, she'd taken it out on me via email. And the mistake in question. Back in elementary school science class, the teacher asked everyone to name any fish they could think of. So Michiru raised her hand energetically and shouted out sushi, earning the ridicule of her classmates. In other words, pretty much the most idiotic thing in the world to be losing sleep over years after the fact. Imagine if you can, the exasperation and exhaustion I felt. Does Discord exist in the universe? Also, I think this game took place in 2011, so Discord wasn't around in 2011. Among all these messages, the only one to make me laugh was Senpai Sakaki. I'd assumed I wouldn't get a single email from her in the first place. Real issue was its contents. To be specific, the message contained all of 4 letters. Test. Of course, no one can interpret this as the condensed form of a more expressive message. We got a Japanese test tomorrow, don't we? Yushi, are you studying like you should be? Oh, I thought she was just testing the phone. I'm just hopeless, you know. I was just getting started, but my room started looking really messy all of a sudden, so I spent all this time cleaning up. And halfway through my yearbook for middle school turns up. I was totally cute back then. Oh my god, for real, it's adorable. I'll show you sometime, okay? By Yumiko. But somehow I think not. Probably. No, pretty much definitely. She sent it solely for the purpose of confirming that the mail would be delivered properly. That sort of methodical caution for its own sake seemed very much like Sakaki. Not exactly sure. I sent the concise received in reply to her message and haven't received another from her since. Well then, who's it from this time? I opened the email folder on my phone with a feeling of mild embarrassment, but the title of the message is an instant letdown. Will you be my papa? From the title alone, it's pretty clearly spam. I have no idea where they get my email address since I've never given it out to anyone but my classmates. But this sort of garbage arrives at a pretty decent clip. I work for a company in the business of information. We got a pretty nice database. But sometimes I think a bunch of people trying to sell me phony Viagra just might have the superior intelligence network. While reflecting on the spammer's frightening abilities, I pressed the delete button. But at that moment, my eyes jumped to the name of the sender and I paused in utter confusion. From Irisu Makina. Makina? I canceled the deletion command, opened the bizarrely titled email, and quickly looked over the contents. Oh, so not about Viagra. I think I liked Michiru's email the best. Hello, this is Makina. Oni-chan. Allow me to express my sincere congratulations on your continuing good health. In conclusion, this constitutes a formal announcement that you have officially leveled up from Oni-chan to Papa. Thank you very much for my consideration. Yours truly. You've leveled up from Oni-chan to Papa. It's complete gibberish. The writing's all over the place. There are all sorts of strange typos and not a single word is capitalized. Also, I have no idea what Advent is supposed to mean. Level up? Papa, what is this girl talking about? I wasn't expecting any message from her to be particularly well composed, but this is just too incoherent. Judging from this, I think it would take quite some time to unravel the mystery if we communicate through email. I type out a quick reply. I don't understand. Let's talk face to face. Okay, send. Awkwardly tapping out a few short words, I sent back my response. Makina's reply arrives in less than a minute. Joel! Why do I feel like most of the print screens I've taken so far when I was playing Grisaia have just pretty much been from things that Machina said? Why German? Does she want me to meet in Valhalla or what? Anyway, it's pretty obvious that finding the girl and talking face to face is the only way this will get cleared up. Of course, even then, we're dealing with Machina here. Smooth mutual understanding may be too much to hope for, but at the very least, communication in person has none of the lag time of a text message, and unlike a phone call, you can give the other party a good smack when necessary. I hurry back towards the dormitory in my conference with Machina. 15 minutes later, I pass through the school again on my way back to the dorm. As I'm cutting through the courtyard, I observe a bizarre object a little ways off. The rounded, soft-looking object in question lies slack on the brick-paved ground. To be more specific, it appears to be the corpse of a little girl. Is this just going to be like some fake-out, or is this actually going to be something real? To try and scare us. Or is this going to be another fake-out? Or if you prefer more idyllic phrasing, a young woman seems to have fainted. This can't be happening. I let the plastic bag fall from my hand on the spot and rush to the girl's side. With every stride, her outline grows clearer, until at last the figure of the collapsed individual comes into sharp definition. Unruly curly hair that sticks out in every direction, a face as round as a dumpling, and the trademark touch of stupidity, knee-high socks of 2 different colors. It's Machina. Hey, Machina, what's wrong? Machina stretched out limply on the ground like a marionette cut from its strings. When I lift her up by the shoulders, her mouth flops open to reveal a white stick. What is this? The thin white stick emerging from her mouth is clearly man-made, and it seems to be protruding to the depths of her throat. At a glance, it looks like the stick from a lollipop, but that can't be right, can it? Wavering between belief and doubt, I thrust my fingers inside Machina's mouth and pinched the white stick in question. I give it a hard yank, but whatever it is, it's lodged in there pretty firmly. God damn it. Working against my brute force attempt, the stick is not only short and difficult to grasp, but also slippery with Machina's saliva. It looks like it should pop right out, but I'm reminded of the legendary sword in the stone. Oh, punk, is this a trial? Pull me out if you can, and you'll be recognized as the hero of legend? I again grab the white stick with my fingers and give Machina's back a harsh thump, as if encouraging a baby to spit out something inedible. As Machina lets out a violent cough like a consumptive heroine from a Victorian-era novel, I pull the lollipop, mandarin orange flavor, free from her throat with a wet pop. Thought it was a goner for sure. Okay, how the hell did this happen? Well, I was just thinking I'd kill some time licking a lollipop until you showed up, Oni-chan. Then I got sleepy all of a sudden, you know? Don't fall asleep with a stick hanging out of your mouth. It's obviously dangerous. I mean, how old are you again? I'm truly ashamed. I mean, if I hadn't happened to pass by here, might she have ended up suffocating to death? Want it? Machina casually offers me the same lollipop that I pulled out of her throat mere moments ago. No! You sure? Okay, I'll eat it. Cut it out. You do realize you almost suffocated on that lump of sugar just now, right? Don't eat lollipops when you're moving around. They can kill you if you fall. Oh, don't just sit on the ground. Eat the damn thing later. Jeez. What's with all the nagging? You're acting like a money. Don't put half-eaten candy into your damn skirt pocket. You're going to turn into a sticky mess. You're super mad. Hilarious. What's so funny, punk? I might be noticing this a little late in the game, but is this girl mocking me? Calm yourself, Yuji. This is the way she is, right? Don't let her get to you. I press a hand to my forehead, heave a long, heavy sigh, and firmly rub my temples. And you planning to explain what that email was about? Huh? Email? Don't play dumb. I'm talking about this. I take my cell phone from my pocket, slide open the screen, and hold it out so Machina can see. It's displaying the incoherent message she sent me just a few minutes ago. Oh, well, it means exactly what it says. You know, literally. And I'm telling you I don't understand what it means. That's why I'm talking to you about it. You got reading comprehension problems, Oni-chan? Japanese too tricky for you? You really shouldn't talk. Anyway, just tell me what you're trying to say here as thoroughly, concisely, and bluntly as possible. Please be my papa. Papa? Yeah, that was definitely the title of the email as well, but no. Wait, what did she even mean by that? Tell me something, Makina. When you say papa, do you mean a papa or... Yeah, that's right, I want you to be my papa. What the heck? Are you seriously asking me to become your dad? Or are you talking about more of a sugar daddy type deal? You're looking for money to play around with and you think I'm going to give it to you? That's not it. I don't want money, you know. You got a little backward, actually. If you'll be my papa, I'll give you money. The hell? I'll give you money, so please be my papa. What the hell is that? Every step I take in this bizarre conversation seems to be taking me further and further away from understanding the situation. Think this over calmly, Yuji. There's still a possibility of making some ridiculous mistake here. Before blaming others, carefully consider the possibility that you're the one who screwed up. I had that one beaten into me enough, right? Can't go for ailing it now. Why do you want a papa, exactly? Well, thing is, I don't have a papa right now, you know? Why not? Because my old one died. I see. Sorry to hear that. So anyway, I've actually been planning this for a while, you know? I kind of want to find someone to replace my dead papa. But the thing is, no one really clicked or whatever. Everyone seemed a little bit wrong for the job. I looked around a whole lot, but I couldn't really find anyone who could become my papa. But then, you know what? Conveniently enough, the right man comes to me. You're talking about me? Quick on the uptake, aren't ya? A gold star for you. For the record, I'm mildly pissed off right now. But whatever, go on. This girl sometimes has a dirty mouth, yet she definitely seems like the most innocent character in the series by far. She's just this poor girl who's looking for a dad because her old one died. Well, if I found my man... But if I just said, please be my papa all of a sudden... He'd just think I was a weirdo, right? And I didn't want to jump in too early and find out later I screwed up. I'm not that sallow woman, you know? Okay, I think you meant to say shallow there. Alomalocaris! It's Anomalocaris. No, never mind. Let's leave your pronunciation issues aside for the moment. Keep going. So anyway, I decided to set you as my big brother for the time being to see how you handled that. Once I knew for sure you were the right choice, I'd make you become my papa. That's the level up? Indeed it is! A long, heavy sigh spills from my mouth. She's trying to buy herself a father? I absent-mindedly massage the area between my eyebrows. I've developed a headache all of a sudden. Family isn't something you can buy with money. Doesn't everyone understand that? Then again, there are people out there who think they can erase their families with money. So I guess it's not surprising the opposite delusion exists as well, but more importantly, what in the world am I going to do about this one? Let me clear it up for you, okay? A father isn't something you can replace with money. Oh? Spare me the ooh. Hasn't anyone ever told you something like this before? Well, you see, my dad died when I was still young. As a result, I'm afraid my grasp on the subtleties of the matter may be, in fact, slightly shaky. What about your mother? She didn't explain any of this to you? Nope. Mom hates me and all. I see. I guess that makes sense then. Well, what do you think? Will you be my papa? Your papa, though. When you say papa, what exactly are you expecting me to do? You don't have to do anything different, just keep doing what you're doing. Protect me from harm. Take good care of me, and love me. That's all I want. Did I ever protect you from harm, or take good care of you, for that matter? And apparently I loved you on top of it all? News to me. If anything, I feel like I've treated her pretty roughly at times. Familial love is the strongest love of all, right? Hard for me to say. I don't have a family, so I can't really comment. In that case, the both of us can figure out this family thing together. I'll be your daughter, okay? Figure it out, eh? They do say life is one long learning process, but in the first place, am I really qualified to play this game? Can an irresponsible man like me call himself someone's father? Does a piece of trash like me have any right to? Feeling uneasy? It's a brief sentence, and her tone of voice is casual. But all of a sudden, it feels like my heart is being squeezed tight in my chest. Probably a good word for what I'm feeling right now. if a bit of an understatement. If she doesn't have a family, help her create one once legal age. Don't worry, I've got money, for real, look! Makina reaches into her skirt and pulls out a number of crumpled bent 10,000 yen bills, along with some smaller change. When I count it, it comes out to 86,000. For a kid's pocket money, this strikes me as somewhat excessive. If it's not enough, I've got a card too! The next thing to emerge from her skirt is a gold card issued by a major credit company. Compared to the premium or unlimited black cards, I suppose it's something of a toy, but definitely not the sort of thing you'd expect a kid to be carrying around. Hey, Makina. That's all I got right now, but if I talk to Mom or Grandma, they'll give me a lot more money. I promise, so don't worry, okay? The golden plastic card quivers in her hand. What if he says no? In that slight, uncontrollable trembling, Makina's terror of rejection is all too clear. I think I understand now why she's trying to buy my affection. She simply doesn't know any other way to get what she wants. This is probably how she was raised. When she went to her mother to talk about her trouble, she got a wad of money. They should take care of it, so that was how she learned to solve her problems. And she never had anyone to teach her that was wrong. What can I do for a girl like this? What can the likes of me possibly do for Makina? How about I just be your papa but reject the money? Can I do that? So I think if I want to get onto Makina's route, it's accept the money. I think? I mean, just by what she wants, I'd say that's my guess. Something to do with our database. So, I think if I want to get on the Makina route, I'm going to guess I accept the money. I think this is the right choice if I want to get onto Makina's route straight away. Part of it, yeah. Kind of had to sit on that for a minute or so. If you want to obtain something, be prepared to lose something in exchange. That's the way the world works. Makina wants to use her money to buy me? Might as well let her. It's not like my life has that much value to me in the first place. I glance at the crumpled bills collection in Makina's hand. 86,000 yen. Seems like a bit too much of a bargain any way you slice it. Sorry, Makina, but I'm pretty damn expensive. This isn't even close to enough. Give it up. Oh, not enough. Like I said, I've got more money. Makina reaches back into her pocket and takes out a lumpy, hairy purse, roughly resembling a mutant frog. Hold on a sec, okay? Makina's purse is packed full of tinfoil from sticks of gum and half-eaten bits of chocolate. Among the crumpled bills and dirty loose change, there's also a single credit card she carelessly tossed inside. Just how many cards do you have? Just the bare minimum. Hold this for a sec, okay? Hey, hold on. This thing is... The credit card Makina casually hands to me is jet black. It's not made of plastic either. It seems to be some sort of lightweight metal. Maybe titanium alloy? The name of a huge overseas credit company is etched deeply into the surface of the card, probably by laser. Is this one of those exclusive black cards I've heard about? If I remember correctly, this isn't something just any rich person gets their hands on. It's proof you have a major account in an institution registered with the Swiss Bankers Association or something comparable. Hold on, Makina, why do you have this card? Secret connections we don't know about yet. She must have some really secretive connections with some really rich people. I spot the name of a foreign bank on the cover. Like I said, I don't really have the cash on me right now. Is a check okay? Slow down for a second. That said, I ain't got that much money I can spend freely. 10, 100,000. 10,000, 100,000, million? Counting off zeros in an off-pitch, sing-songy rhythm. Makina scratches down a number onto a check. This is probably the absolute best I can do. Is it enough? I'm completely stunned. It's a check for 70 million yen. Are you serious? 70 million. 700 grand, right? In US dollars? Or roughly close to that? Yen to US dollars or yen to Canadian? Okay, I can't just type M for million. Gotta put the zeros in. Okay, so Canadian dollars, that's a little under 900k. This does not happen in the real world now, does it? Well, it looks like some 10-year-old kid just gives you, like, I don't know, $900,000. Or, like, 652,000 US dollars. What's the exchange rate between the Canadian and the US dollar, even? Like, how far has it fallen, even? Just looking to see what the exchange rate on the US dollar to Canada is. Probably seems like our dollar is worth less than I last checked compared to the US's. 1.37. It was something like that last I checked. Maybe a little less than that. As I run my eyes over the check again and again, I feel a sticky, unpleasant sweat begin to seep out of the back of my head. This is absurd. You could build a hell of a nice house for yourself with this kid's pocket money. Even if I exercise my option and keep working my current job right up until the retirement age, I don't know if I'll ever save up this much. So do we have us a deal? This is way too much money. I mean, is this thing even real? I don't remember even taking the check from Makina, but it's in my hand. I hold it up to the light of the sun and peer through it. There's a typical watermark inside the paper. The check itself looks like it was issued by a genuine financial institution. It's a lot of money at once, so I think they'll probably hit you pretty hard on handling fees if you cash it on the spot. Might be better just to make an account at the bank for it. But these days, there are also some companies that don't charge too much for that sort of thing. So you might want to look around a bit before you make up your mind. Why do you have this sort of money? My mom gave it to me. That's my allowance for life, you see. Look, you can't just give that to me. Why not? You're my papa as of today, right? Just give me an allowance for what I need. I see. Hold on a second here. Why am I starting to go along with this? Well, I mean, I do get the feeling that leaving Makina to manage this money yourself won't necessarily end well. Why exactly do I have to take care of her finances? Oh, right, I guess that's the natural thing for a father to do. Wait. Hold on, I didn't agree to any of this yet, did I? If that's still not enough, I don't know what else to do. You're saying that $650,000 is enough, and Makina, you're moaning! Like, you have 650 grand to offer, and you think that's still not enough, and you're moaning! As she speaks, Makina clasps her hands behind her back and begins to squirm around shyly. What do you want? What do you think? Like, what do you think Yuji wants? Another zero? Sure, make it like 6.5 million, and then maybe he'll say yes. What the hell? Is she seriously proposing a quick go in the bushes? Oh no, let's make it 6.5 million. Never mind 650k, that's not enough. How did she get this idea in her head? Amane? Probably Amane. I think I need to have a talk with that woman. How many sides would this be today? I've lost count. Fine, I'll allow you to buy me. Well, yourself. As of today, I'm your father. I'll hold on to this money. And I'll make up the rest in bed? That won't be necessary. It's just me, or is that kind of let down? Rest assured, it's just you. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, Makina. I accepted this job, so I'm going to carry it out, but I'm going to do it my way. And my approach might not be always corresponding exactly with the ideal father you've been imagining. As your father, there's only one thing I can promise you. Even if everyone else in the world becomes your enemy, I'll always protect you. And Oni-chan, you're my papa from now on? That's what I'm saying. Oh, did she just faint? Yep. I see, all along, this girl wanted the Guardian more than anything else in the world. Of course, she had Amane, and none of her classmates would ever hurt her, but even so, something was missing. Something like family. A person who would love her unconditionally. A person who would keep her safe no matter what. A father. She was searching for a long time, but when she finally found a suitable candidate, she didn't know what to do next. In the end, she clumsily threw everything she had in the world at my feet. Machina's lifetime allowance. $650,000. Certainly not a small chunk of change, but the amount isn't relevant in this case. She offered me everything. Absolutely everything. Unfortunately, I don't have to think too hard about how to answer that desperate gesture. I'll just do anything and everything I can for her. If that's enough for Machina, there's no reason to second-guess myself. I don't have to rack my brains about this job. It's nice that way. Simple. Easy to understand. Well suited to an idiot like me. And so, as of today, I've become Machina's father. So I'm guessing, is this where the Machina route starts? If so, then I'm probably just going to stop here for now, then change the stream titles to, like, Machina route instead of main route, so on and so forth. I can imagine there's got to be someone out there who can make it last for, like, longer than 20 years. So I think we might have actually just hit the Machina route at this point. Could double check to see if that's the case, but I'm pretty sure we did actually just get onto it. So I will just leave it at this for now. So I think we finally might be off the main route. Physdis is going to be thrilled to hear that I'm finally making progress in this game. But I'm still probably nowhere near done. There's 4 other girls to also go on their routes as well later.